Today, I will share with you my journey with languages, and I hope that this will hype you up on your journey of languages. After my English reached a certain level, I decided to learn another language, and I chose Japanese because the Japanese characters are much simpler than Chinese. So I chose Japanese. And I thought that Japanese is quite simple, and I spent half a month trying to learn the alphabet of Japanese. But then I realized that if I want to read and write in Japanese, I need to learn Hanyu. So I went back to Chinese, and you cannot tell how devastating I was at the fact that I have to go back to Chinese because the Chinese characters are like so difficult and complicated, and it's like a daunting task to me. I cannot even imagine the day that I master Chinese because it's too difficult. I decided to learn like communication first, learn how to speak Chinese first before learning the characters because, like I said in lots of my videos before, I prioritize pronunciation and communication when it comes to learning languages. Once I started learning Chinese, I realized how many advantages I had when I was learning English. Yeah, when I was learning English, I there were lots of people who are good at English around me. The letter system of English is a lot similar to Vietnamese, and I had like at that time before like going into serious learning, before that, I encountered English a lot at school, so I had like a broad view of what that language is about. I get the general idea. So it was much easier for me to start learning English than Chinese. For Chinese, at that time, I knew nothing, absolutely nothing. At that time, I felt like literally hopeless. I felt like a toddler, lost in a whole new world, and I know nothing. And when I was alone in my room, I started thinking about like how complicated a language is. Like you gotta learn so many things. And I thought about English. I've learned English for, let's just say, a long time, and there are still like so many vocabularies and grammatical structures that I don't know. And now I'm just at the starting line of Chinese. When am I gonna be able to like speak Chinese or write or read or listen to Chinese and understand it? And I was so hopeless, and I started questioning my decision to learn Chinese. I need to learn a new language, definitely, to like broaden my horizon, but it seems so hard. It seems even harder than climbing a mountain. When you climb a mountain, you know that you have to start from its bottom and climb onto the top, and then you climb down, right? But right now, I don't even know where to start and where I would end, where I would be able to speak Chinese. And so I was basically lost. Then I did a bit of research about Chinese, and I started learning from the most basic thing, pinyin. I watched YouTube videos, and after about half a month again, I learned how to pronounce Chinese. And then I was lost again. I stayed in the same spot with only a bunch of pinyin in my head for about a month, and I don't know what to do next. Yeah, and so I started learning random words, Chinese words, to have a head start, to feel like I am still associated with Chinese. And so after about a week, I know a bunch of random words like, uh, let's 苹果 or 狗 or 猫. And then I was like, my head was full of separated words, and I still don't know how to form a sentence. I don't even know how to speak. Did I buy books? Yes. 500 Chinese vocabularies still on my bookshelf. Did I download apps? Yes, still taking up my storage space. Did I watch YouTube videos? Yep, definitely. From 0 to HSK3 in 2 months. absolutely still in my history. I don't know, but it created such a traumatic experience for me that I didn't touch anything that is associated to Chinese for a whole month. I completely threw in the towel. I didn't want to learn anymore. It was like so difficult. I went from like a certain level in English in one language, and now I have to start it from the bottom of another language. It's devastating, and it's a different feeling for me. It's been such a long time since I've experienced this kind of feeling, this kind of lost feeling and stuff. After lots of thinking and like lots of discussions with my family, I decided to start again because after all, it's a language and it means new opportunities, it means new doors, it means new benefits, and it means new knowledge. So I decided to start again with just a bit about pinyin in my head. So I started learning again, this time with a structured method. Like I'm not lost anymore, I have a way. And so I started by memorizing. Like I said in lots of my videos before, memorizing will set a background knowledge for you by letting grammar and vocabulary absorb into you naturally. So the first few passages that I memorized, it was like really difficult because I don't know anything at that time. It's just some short sentences, but it took me 1 to 2 days to memorize because it was so difficult. But things got better as I memorized. The fact that I have more vocabularies and grammar in my head just made memorizing much easier. And now, a passage with like more complicated sentences just takes me about 10 to 15 minutes to remember. I can't even, make up my own stories to tell other people in Chinese and carry basic conversations with people. And looking back at my, a bit rough beginning with Chinese and all those challenges I faced, I felt, well, I'm not going to be bragging about my results or anything, but it kind of feel rewarding. Other people may see my results as normal because, yeah, I just know how to carry basic conversations and stuff. It's normal. A lot of people can do that. But for me, it's rewarding. And I am thankful for all the people, all the resources I encountered that have helped me with my Chinese learning journey. I'm thankful for everything. And through this video of mine, the reason that I put lots of effort into this video is not only to tell you guys a story of mine, but also to tell you guys that it's not all about motivation. I know lots of people are, they prioritize motivation. They think that motivation will help you do lots of things. And yep, I agree. I totally agree. But in my personal opinion, motivation will only hype you up in the beginning. It's kind of like a lever launching you into the air. And whether you stay in the air or not, whether you will be able to fly or not, lies in the amount of patience and discipline that you have. Let's just say you light up a fire. Well, motivation may help you to light up that big flame, but without discipline and patience, you will not be able to maintain the flame and it will eventually blow out. So, if you want to be able to fly, if you want to be able to keep that flame burning, if you want to be able to master a language, if you want to be able to achieve bigger things in life, you need to have discipline and patience. Motivation is just for the beginning. The important thing is that you have patience and discipline. And so I think I've remained a bit too serious for now. I think I need to go memorize a Chinese passage. See you guys later. Bye.